Olivia Sanchez would later say the man didn't stop waving, not once. And that's the part that bothered her most, even after everything else. Because at the time, it felt harmless. So yeah, Olivia was hiking in the Bernese Alps, just a normal trail. Clear sky, fresh air, a couple of people passing by now and then. The kind of place where nothing really goes wrong. You know that feeling? When everything's so calm, it almost feels safe by default. That's how it started. She'd been walking for a while when she saw the house. Not super far off the path. Close enough that you'd notice it, but not so close that it felt out of place right away. Just a small wooden place, clean, lived in. At first, this doesn't seem important, but it is. There was a man standing outside. He waved. Simple as that. Olivia waved back, kept walking. You'd probably do the same thing. But then she glanced back a few seconds later, and he was still waving. Same motion, same pace. Not trying to get her attention more, not calling out, just continuing. She kind of frowned at that, but didn't think too much of it. Some people are just like that. So she kept going. Now imagine this. You're walking a straight trail, not turning off anywhere, and after about 10 minutes, you see the same thing again. Same house, same angle, same man, still waving. That's when it starts to feel off. Olivia actually stopped that time, took out her phone, checked the map. The trail didn't loop. There was no reason she should be back there. But the house was there anyway, and the man, yeah, still going. So she walked past again, slower this time. As she got close, he smiled and said, "You made good time." That was it. No hello, no explanation. Just that. And I mean, think about it. That doesn't make sense. She hadn't told him where she was going. He shouldn't even know she passed before. Olivia gave this awkward little laugh, said thanks, and kept moving. But she didn't feel as relaxed anymore. The air felt thicker, not hard to breathe, just like the space around her had weight to it. And then she noticed something else. There were more people near the house, a woman sitting on the bench, another man by the door. They weren't doing anything strange exactly, just being there. But they weren't talking, not to each other, not to her. And even though they weren't turning their heads, Olivia got that feeling. You know the one. Like when you can tell you're being watched even if you can't prove it. She kept her eyes forward and walked faster. Didn't run, not yet, but she didn't slow down either. And still, after a while, the house showed up again. Same spot, same everything. Except now there were more people. Closer to the path this time. Not blocking it, just near. And this is where it gets weird. As Olivia passed, they started reacting to her. Not in big ways, small things. The woman on the bench shifted her posture just as Olivia got near. The man by the door stepped forward slightly, then stopped. Like they were adjusting to her presence. Like they were practicing something. Then one of them spoke, different guy this time. He said, "You're almost there." Just like that. And Olivia actually stopped walking, turned around. Because she thought to herself, almost where? There wasn't anything ahead except more trail. When she looked back at them, they were all facing her now. No pretending, just looking. She asked what he meant. No one answered. They just kept staring. And then suddenly, they all smiled. Not big, not exaggerated, just enough that it felt shared, like they all knew something she didn't. Olivia turned back and kept walking. Faster now. At this point, you'd probably do the same thing. Just get away. Don't engage, don't ask questions. But the trail started changing. It got narrower, less like a hiking path, more like something guiding her. The open space around her started to close in, and before she really understood what was happening, she was back at the house. But this time, it wasn't off to the side. It was right in front of her. No path around it, just the door. The people were behind her now. She hadn't heard them move, but they were there, quiet, waiting. Olivia said this is the part she doesn't fully remember choosing. She reached for the door, opened it, stepped inside, like it was the next step in something she'd already agreed to. The house felt warm, normal, too normal. There was a table set for dinner, plates laid out neatly, chairs pulled back slightly, and there was one seat that was clearly hers. You know that feeling when something is arranged just a little too perfectly for you? Like it's been prepared. That. She heard the door close behind her, didn't turn around. She already knew. When she looked back at the table, the chairs weren't empty anymore. All the people from outside were sitting there, still, quiet, looking at her, waiting. No one spoke. No one moved. Just watching her like they had all the time in the world. And that's when it finally hit her. Not all at once. More like a slow realization that kind of settles in your chest. They hadn't been trying to stop her. They hadn't been trying to scare her. They'd been keeping her on track, making sure she didn't leave, making sure she arrived to that seat, her seat. Olivia said she backed away after that, reached for the door, and somehow she got out, just opened it and ran. Didn't look back, didn't stop, just kept moving until the trail looked normal again. No house, no people, nothing. And yeah, she made it down the mountain, got back to her hotel, went home, all of that. But here's the part she always hesitates on, like she's deciding if she should even say it. She says sometimes, when she's at home, just sitting at her own table, she'll notice something small, like a chair slightly pulled out, or a plate that she doesn't remember putting there. And it's never anything obvious, just enough to make her stop and think. And every time, she gets this quiet feeling, like she's not late, like she's not in danger, just like she hasn't shown up yet, and something somewhere is still waiting for her to sit down.